4 months after launch, the Galaxy Fold 7 has pulled off something I honestly didn't expect. It still feels futuristic. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Most phones lose their sparkle fast. You spot the quirks, the compromises, the little things that bug you every day. But with the Fold 7, that new tech magic hasn't faded. If anything, using it alongside the Fold 6 has made its improvements stand out even more. And that matters, because foldables usually rely on that day one wow factor. They blow you away at first, then reality hits. The thickness, the crease, the weight, something always ends up feeling like a trade-off. The Fold 7 is one of the rare exceptions where the long-term experience actually reinforces the first impression instead of breaking it down. The biggest reason is the design. The Fold 7's thinness still surprises me. Not thin for a foldable, but thin, period. When it came out, a lot of people expected competitors from Honor, Oppo, or Huawei to catch up fast. But 4 months later, the Fold 7 is still unmatched in sleekness. And that changes everything about how it feels. You pick it up, you open it, and you still get those tiny wow moments, the kind you usually only get during the first week with a new phone. And then there's the weight. Foldables have always been pocket bricks. They drag your pants down, they pull to one side, and you definitely feel them. Dropping to 215 grams doesn't just sound good on paper, it makes the entire device easier to carry, hold, and use for longer sessions. When you switch between the Fold 6 and Fold 7, the difference is clear immediately. This isn't a small tweak. It genuinely fixes one of the most annoying parts of owning a foldable. But the improvement that changed the experience the most is the no-crease display. You don't realize how much your eyes adjusted to that dip until you go back to it. Opening the Fold 7 and seeing a perfectly flat, uninterrupted screen still feels strangely luxurious. Bigger screens are always nice, but a big screen without a crease is just better. Cleaner, smoother, more immersive. It makes reading, gaming, and multitasking feel more natural. And the cover screen finally hits the sweet spot too. Samsung listened. No more narrow typing experience or awkward thumb gymnastics. At 6.5 inches, it feels like a normal phone when closed, without becoming too wide to handle comfortably. The Fold 6's narrower front display was charming until you needed to type something longer than a quick reply. The Fold 7 fixes that completely. Fewer typos, fewer mistaps, and just a calmer overall experience. The camera, on the other hand, is more middle of the road. The main lens holds up well, but the zoom is where the weakness shows, especially indoors or in low light. There's visible noise, and it struggles to deliver crisp, clean detail at the same time. It's not terrible, but it doesn't match the rest of the device's refined vibe. Samsung could fix a lot of this with better processing without adding a giant camera bump nobody wants. But the biggest disappointment, and the one that still stings months later, is the removal of S Pen support. All because Samsung wanted to shave off even more thickness. The irony is painful. The first Fold with a gorgeous, flat, crease-free display is also the first Fold where you can't use a stylus at all. No third-party options come close, no Bluetooth pens, nothing. If you relied on the S Pen before, this feels like a backward step. And honestly, after months of living with it, it's clear that losing the S Pen wasn't worth the trade. DeX is another mixed bag. One UI 8 brought higher resolutions and better aspect ratios, but also removed several quality-of-life features that made DeX feel desktop-like. Samsung has patched some early issues, but it's still not as smooth or powerful as it was on One UI 7. DeX used to feel like a secret superpower. Now it feels like it's been scaled back. If Samsung wants DeX to stay relevant, it needs attention, not restrictions. Battery life lands somewhere between fine and almost concerning. It's not bad, but ending the day at 15 to 20% happens more often than you'd like. It's clear Samsung needs next-generation battery tech, especially as competitors move to silicon carbon options with higher capacity and no weight increase. But stepping back, the long-term picture is surprisingly positive. The Fold 7 still feels like Samsung's most refined foldable ever. It's an excellent upgrade for Fold 4 or Fold 5 users. For Fold 6 users, you can comfortably wait another year, especially if S Pen support matters to you. What makes the Fold 7 stand out is how well its improvements have aged. The thinness, the lighter weight, the perfectly flat display, the better cover screen, none of those things were just launch day hype. They've held up, and in the US, nothing else has overtaken it yet. And now that the price has dropped from $2,000 to around $1,600 or less, it's become one of the best values in the foldable market. For anyone new to foldables or anyone who wants a powerful, polished, truly modern smartphone, this is the moment when the Fold 7 finally makes the most sense. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.